The first time I heard about Kilimanjaro, I was still an 11-year-old boy growing up in the Democratic Republic of Congo. The teacher is talking about Mount Kilimanjaro, and he used the phrase, the roof of Africa. And then later on in life, I started hearing stories from people who have taken on this challenge to go all the way to the top of Mount Kilimanjaro. And I turned 40 last year, and it was one of those things, if I don't do it now, maybe I will never do it. So this was an epic moment to try to make this lifelong dream finally happen. So I announced it. I announced it to the world, and it turns out I wasn't the only person who wanted to do this. A few of my friends resonated with it. I was incredibly blessed that one of my good friend, Paul Thompson, helped me out. He got us all together, and we would go do these mini hikes, and it got progressively more challenging as we were preparing. The reason we talked about conquering your Kili is because each person had their own why, had their own reason as to why they wanted to take on this mountain. For me, it's freedom. And the peak at the top is called Uhuru. Uhuru is Swahili for freedom. Through it all, I kept thinking about growing up, coming from a place where, the average income is less than $2 a day, saw a lot of hardship, but also so many brilliant minds, brilliant people who did not have the opportunity to showcase their talents. My beloved Africa. Kilimanjaro is not only a personal physical challenge that I went through, but it is also a symbolic one as well. When you get there, you realize why you're there. And we actually see the mountain for the first time. I mean, you get chills. This is why you're here. You see the mountain. You are both scared and excited at the same time. The mountain is just standing there, all powerful, all knowing. Every day, we got closer and closer to the top, right? Every single day. In fact, when things got a little difficult, altitude is kicking in, you're losing your appetite. Now you're at 12,000 feet, 13,000 feet. And I remember one of the guys saying, just focus on putting one step in front of the other, and the mountain will come to you. The idea of us just slowly but surely having forward movement, and whatever it is we seek, whatever it is we want to accomplish, whatever goals we have, starts meeting us halfway. The same way it almost felt like the mountain was coming to me when I just focused on making one step at a time. We got to the top. That's when all sorts of emotions that I didn't even know I had came out. I made it. I made it to the top. I know the personal struggles that I've gone through in my own life, family, my country, my people, my father. So all of these emotions, they sneak up on you. The floodgate, it was therapeutic. It's never the mountain you conquer. It's always yourself. In Africa, we say, if you want to go fast, you go alone. But if you want to go far, you go with others. And couldn't be more true. My friend Trevor, amazing guy. He was my tent mate, super prepared, knows everything, got everything ready. In fact, he helped me out a lot. Andy Green, another one of those super prepared guy. Kelly Moreau, who happens to be a fellow Rotarian. Shelley Fleming and Robin. These guys were real. They wanted to make it happen. We were cheering for one another. It was amazing. It was great to do it collectively and to have that experience. We will always have Kilimanjaro. Pauli Pauli. Pauli Pauli in Swahili means slowly, slowly. These amazing professionals, they are like psychologists. They've seen so many people come in and trying to make it to the top. So they know every time someone was feeling weak or they were doubting themselves, they can see all the signs. These are great leaders. When they talked about Pauli Pauli, they wanted us to keep a pace that will not put us in any physical harm or will ensure our success. So I've kept that in my life now, making sure that you think about life long term and not be a prisoner of the moment. And that came directly from Kilimanjaro. Anything worth having is hard. The feeling that I get from Kilimanjaro is directly linked to the fact that it was hard, to the fact that it was super challenging. It needs to be that way because it's even sweeter when you make it.
This officially marks the end of a very grueling 9 days. Just got to the base camp, to the gate, after conquering Kilimanjaro. But you know, it's really never about the mountain. It's about ourselves. So got my own things that I'm working on, my own goals, my own vision. So it was amazing. Thank you, Tanzania. Thank you, everyone, for the love and support. Be more, give more. Conquer your Kili. Cheers.
Nelson Mandela talked about after climbing a great hill, one only sees more hills to climb. What's next?
Habari gani nzuri sana, wageni wakaribishwa Kilimanjaro, hakuna matata, hakuna matata.